Hello, hip chicks, and Merry Christmas Eve. I want to share a little story with you called "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a tool was a-working, not even the mouse. The wrenches were hung by the workbench with care, in hopes that the hip chick soon would be there. The drills were all nestled, all snug in their bin, while visions of lumber made their tips spin. And Papa, with his tool belt and I in my cap, had just woken up from a homeowner's nap. When what on the driveway there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the garage I flew like a flash, tore open the door and heard a big crash. The moon on the breast of a new fallen snow lit up a pile of DIY objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a shiny green tractor made by John Deere. With a sassy little driver so peppy and quick, I knew in a moment it must be the hip chick. More rapid than jigsaws, the products they came. She whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Kohler, now Hunter, now Maytag and Moen. On Stanley, on Bear, Ryobi and Glidden. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now sand away, roll away, paint away all. As drywall screws bind the wall to the stud, and you've all but given a hammer a thud, so up to the housetop the toolboxes piled, while the hip chick simply stood there and smiled. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the whirl of a drill, 'twas not so aloof. And as I thought in my head and was turning around, down the chimney the hip chick came with a bound. She was dressed in all red from her head to her foot, and her clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of tools she had in her arms. Nuts and bolts hung from her bracelet as charms. Her eyes, how they sparkled, her dimples, how merry. Her cheeks were like roses with lipstick so cherry. Her smile so white, drawn up like a bow, and with fingers to lips, a kiss she did blow. The stump of a pencil she held tight in her teeth, with chestnut brown hair braided up like a wreath. She left us varied books on construction. They came with so much detailed instruction. So sassy and smart, this home improvement chick, and I laughed as she showed me a DIY trick. A wink of her eye and the nod of her head told me I soon would learn lots from this girl wearing red. She spoke not a word as she set up supplies. This girl can sure rival the DIY guys. And then laying a drill driver right under my tree, she whispered a quiet Merry Christmas to me. She went out the front door and hopped on the deer, wishing me a successful DIY year. I heard the hip chick as she drove out of view. You can be smart, confident, and capable too. Merry Christmas.